All right. So it looks like Belal and Leon are going to be fighting soon. That's kind of the not confirmed rumor, but I mean, it seems like that's what's going to happen. So Abdulaziz put out a tweet and talking about Belal going to Dagestan, and best I can tell, I looked at some news articles and stuff. It looks like he's going to go to Dagestan and train at Khabib's gym. Damn it, I said it again. Khabib's gym. I don't know why I keep saying Khabib. Drives me crazy that I keep saying it wrong. So, then, if you know who Haim Ghazali is, he was a Bellator fighter. He's an Israeli fighter. I used to be a fan of his until it came to this tweet that's on the screen that was a while back. He posted this when the conflict started heating up in Gaza. And what it is those are 155 millimeter shells, rounds, and it has a message from Ghazali. Habib Nurmagomedov, Belal Muhammad is the second one, Islam Makhachev is the third one, and the fourth one is Chimaev. Why he did that, I stopped being a fan because he's stupid. Just, you know what I mean? I'm not going to get into the politics about it, but grow up. All four of those guys would destroy him. Ghazali, one, is retired, I believe. He's in his 40s, I think. But he was never half as good as any of them. But whatever. I was still a fan. You don't have to be a world champion for me to be a fan. I used to be a fan of his, definitely. Then he started with Jake Shields. Jake Shields would destroy him too. That fight might be a little closer because Jake is older and whatever, but Jake would... I have every confidence that Jake would beat him up. And I don't even understand... The whole thing is nonsense as far as I'm concerned. Why is he even doing all that? So then... on Abdulaziz's post, Ghazali writes 3 emojis of puking. That's how he responded to it. Because Belal is going to Dagestan. I'm guessing that has to do with the whole... After the whole thing politically started, this war, then there was... at a Dagestani airport, there was a bunch of people that were looking for Israelis from a plane, and they were going to hold them hostage or something. What does that have to do with Habib or Islam or Belal? Nothing. People are really lacking all logic. It's getting to a point where I'm really staying out of politics because I can't stand the stupidity of it anymore. They see some lie on the news or some purposeful, willingly ignorant take on it, and then all of a sudden they hate somebody or something. I mean, grow up, man. And just because you're from somewhere doesn't make you the guy who did something wrong at some point, whatever that may be. Because a couple people in Dagestan, I mean, come on, grow up, man. Everybody's got to grow up. This is all stupid. Whatever. This is what they, quotes, want. They want you to be against each other. And if you fall for that, with nothing, when you have no skin in the game whatsoever, grow up, man. I got no time for it. Anyway, on to the Dagestan part of it. I'm very surprised that more people haven't traveled to Dagestan just even for a couple weeks or a month. Kind of like how people do to, for instance, Thailand, to get some real good Thai kickboxing, Muay Thai training, like Tiger Muay Thai. I'm surprised that more people haven't done that. If you look at, let's just even say the UFC, and in the last year, How many times were people in there that if they had better wrestling, they would have probably won? I mean, what, 20%? 15? I mean, I think you could make an argument for that. If they had better wrestling, 15 to 20% more matches could have been won. So, I don't understand why more people aren't addressing it. If you look at the different pieces right now, currently, that are in the game, there's a lot. There's the kickboxing, the boxing, the wrestling, the jiu-jitsu, let me say Brazilian jiu-jitsu. And then there's 10 other things. If you look at a big piece of it right now, that Sambo / wrestling, Dagestani wrestling, whatever you want to call that piece, is significant. It definitely is. It affects it. Most Russian fighters have that wrestling, a very good base of it. And most of them have a hand up, a leg up in the match due to it. Sarukian, Islam, obviously, Habib. I mean, you can go on forever with it. Those guys have a good chance because that piece is kind of in check. So if you want to take them down, no problem. You're probably afraid of them taking you down. That is a problem. Unless you have real good wrestling too. So I'm very surprised, in closing, that more people aren't taking advantage of that. Habib has a gym. I'm surprised they don't go there, make arrangements to go there for a couple weeks or a month. And I'm impressed that Belal is doing that. Makes sense. God, wake up, everybody.